Okay, guys, example number 3, it says find the value of x. Now, something that we haven't talked about yet is how many degrees there are in a quadrilateral. And this goes back to, Teddy has his hand raised. Teddy, do you know?
360.
360, okay? But here's something that I want to show you. This is a little trick that we use with all polygons, okay, to show us how many angles, how many degrees are in that polygon, okay? We talked earlier about a diagonal, yes? A diagonal is a line that connects an endpoint, a vertex to another vertex that's not adjacent to it. A quadrilateral only has one diagonal. Every other point that I connect, those are just sides, right? Okay, so it only has one diagonal, but how many triangles did it divide this figure into? How many, Ethan?
2.
It divided into 2. Now let me ask you something. How many degrees are there if I add up all the angles in a triangle? Cole?
180.
180. So that means there's 180 degrees in this one and 180 degrees in that one. And just like Teddy told us, the total would be 360 degrees. So a quadrilateral has 360 degrees. Okay? Now if I had a 5-sided figure, also known as a pentagon, right? There's a 5-sided figure. When I draw the diagonals for this, I see that I can divide that into 3 triangles. 180, 180, 180. Okay, well when I add those up, I get 540 degrees for a pentagon. If I add the measures of all the angles of a pentagon, I'm going to get 540 degrees. Okay? Now, we need to use that information to answer this question. Okay? I know that there are 4 angles in a quadrilateral. One of them is x. One of them is 68 degrees. One of them is 90 degrees. All right, so I've done those 3. And one of them is 2x plus 1. When I add them all together, what do I get, Armand? How many degrees? 360 degrees. What should I do first here? What should I do at this point, Trigo?
Combine the variables.
Combine the variables, combine the like terms. So I've got x and I've got 2x, so that gives me 3x. I also have 68 and 90. Do you agree that's 158? Is that right? And then plus 1 is 159 is equal to 360. Good, so I simplify. Always want to simplify before I solve. What's the next thing that I want to do, Fritz?
The next thing you should do is subtract 159.
Subtract 159. Excellent. So then I'm going to get 3x is equal to 201. Is that right? Check me on that because I just did that in my head. Is that okay? All right. And then what do I need to do from there, Nikki?
You divide that.
Divide both sides by 3. And I'm going to get that x is equal to
67.
67. Beautiful. Now, it said find the value of x, so we did, right? But since I've got just a moment before this thing cuts me off, I know this is 90, I know this is 68, I know that x is 67, and I know that this angle right here is going to be 2 times 67, is that 134? Plus 1 is 135. Okay, let's do this real quick. What is 135 plus 67 plus 68 plus 90? Let's just check ourselves. Does that give us 360? You've got the calculator. Alex, give me a yes or a no. Did we do it?
That is a yes.
That is a yes, so we did do it right. Okay? Good job, guys. Now we know all those angle measures. We solved for x. Everybody's happy. All right, let's look at the last example.